Welcome, everyone. Just want to get a pulse before we get started today on where you are energetically on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being blissed out in the most amazing space, 1 being in the fucking shit, and not so great, and everywhere in between. Just ask yourself intuitively, drop into your heart and give me a number so we can see where you are right now. Welcome, welcome. Great. Beautiful. And if you want to share in the chat where you're joining us from, we always love to hear that. I'm so excited to have you all here. And so for those of you that are new, we actually have a big group registered for tonight's class. And I had a lot of people come in for registration with names that I didn't know and all sorts of really amazing things. So for those of you that don't know me, I am Melissa Minnick, founder of the Sacred Soul Alchemy Mystery School. A mystery school is a place where you come to learn the mysteries of life, combining ancient wisdom, the divine sacred union of as above and so below. And we use the Hermetic principles and ancient wisdom along with quantum physics and neuroscience to help you break through your experience. And also the Soul Alchemy Collective, which is our community where we do monthly full moons and new moon ceremonies and classes like this. And every month has an incredible theme to it. November's theme is Mother Gaia and Sophia, which is all about grounding into the energy and nurturing of Earth. And Sophia is about the Christ consciousness and understanding what that means, or Buddha consciousness, or whatever you want to call that, and understanding the womb of life and the field and the openness of that. So that's our theme. And today we are setting in for the 1111 portal, which is an incredibly powerful, energetic time. So I'm asking all of you to just come into this space, share with us energetically. I'd love to see your faces. I've got everybody on a gallery view here. So if you want to share your beautiful faces with me, love that. And it always helps with the energy of everything that we're doing. And just come into yourself. So let's just all take a collective breath together. And I want you to just set an intention. What is your intention for what you want to receive today? Receive, not do, not have to do more, but what do you want to be open to receiving? And allow yourself to receive that today. And if you want to share that intention in the chat, I always love to see what your collective intentions are. And today, although we are doing High Destiny Timeline, we are working on a collective energy. The 1111 portal and the focus for this timeline shifting is going to be about the collective energies of allowing for an ascension of us with Mother Gaia all together into the Age of Aquarius, into a new age, into a new time. And that's what we're really here for. And so, it's really awesome. Oh, let's see what we got. We've got Arizona and New Mexico and Detroit and San Francisco, Massachusetts. We got a lot of amazing. And let's see, what are our numbers on our energy levels? We have 7s and 9s. So everywhere it looks like from 4s up to 9s on the energetic levels. Yeah. So a lot of differences in how people are feeling. For those that are in the United States, we just went through an election last week, and there's a lot of dichotomy here in the United States around the elections and the belief systems of the parties and the sides and whatever. And I stay out of it. I am neutral. I look at it from a higher order. And I look at how can we as a collective join together to create something new. Aloha from Hawaii. Yes. Beautiful. And so I know that there are people that are super excited and people that are very upset. And I see and understand all of it. And so together, what we're here to do is create an intention that it is the best and highest for us as a collective all together, for all of us to move forward, for all of us to transform and change. And that's really the goal of what we are here to experience together. So today, let me tell you what we're going to be doing, what we're going to be, the themes we're going to be working on, how our ceremony and our class are going to flow today, and then we're going to get into it. So we're going to first talk about what the 1111 portal is, why it's important, what that has to do with the energies of timeline shifting and the collective ascension that we're going through. We're going to dive into the Age of Aquarius, understanding what that means for us as we've just now started transitioning into the Age of Aquarius and what that looks for us as a collective. And then I'm going to dive into our DNA and our Merkaba and how we can use our DNA and our Merkaba to access timelines and our highest destinies. So we're going to be having a lot of play and fun today. And then we're going to do a quantum jumping timeline journey together, where we're going to not only be working on us stepping into our own highest timeline, but for the collective and for Mother Gaia and for the experience of all of those things together. So I'm running the Sophia Ascension of Frequency for everyone today. So that's all about us ascending together. And I also, for those of you who know that I love my essential oils, I used frankincense for the third eye. Rose is always great for the heart. Myrrh in the hands to open up for healing. Sandalwood on the tops of the feet so that you can walk into your highest destiny. So some different things like that. So if you're into any of those kinds of essential oils or things like that, these are things that you can incorporate into your ceremonies that really help you to bring the etheric, the esoteric into your walking and daily life, into the physical realm with you. So we use these frequencies and the frequency of the essential oils also, and they smell wonderful and they've got amazing properties, and bring those together into this work with us. And I'm just going through and scrolling through and seeing all of your beautiful faces. Yeah, welcome, welcome. So lovely to see all of you here. So we're going to talk today, we're going to be diving into time and understanding that. And time, as we typically understand it, often feels like a linear progression, moving from the past to the future in a straight line. However, time is multidimensional and layered, much like a book with many pages that can be flipped through simultaneously. And in this quantum framework, the 1111 portal acts like an elevator to different floors of potential realities or timelines. Those of you that are in my timeline and quantum jumping course or in the mystery school, you've heard me speak about the elevator many, many times. And so you know that when you shift your quantum codes on your key code, right, like then you're going to be able to shift into another floor of the elevator or another hotel floor and make those shifts. And so by tuning into the energies of this portal, we can intentionally shift our timelines and align with our highest potential. Collective agreements and individual beliefs both play significant roles in shaping our reality, which is why today we're working not just on our own internal timeline, but also on a collective timeline for all of us. So no matter what your experience of, if you're here in the United States, the election was last week, that you can hold the highest timeline for everyone, whether you were super happy or you were super sad, and there's everything in between. What we know to be true is there's a higher order to all of it. And when you start to look at things from the soul's view and see how everything is shaping to allow for us to step into the 5D. So 5D is the light realm. It is the 5D consciousness is the realm of light. And we are working towards stepping into that light. We're in a period of waking up, and the power of our intention and it allows us a malleability to our experience. So today, as we step through this 1111 gateway, we have the power to influence not only our personal timelines, but also this larger trajectory of humanity's future. And I know for a fact, no matter what your belief systems are around any of the physical realities of this earth and what's happening on the planet, that if you are here, it is because you believe in something greater coming to the earth, to Mother Gaia, to all of humanity together, and that we are here to have a collective ascension. And our culture and our belief systems are only one piece of that. And so we can transcend those and come together to allow for a unity, the Age of Aquarius, a unity for this collective ascension. Each of us, we carry these unique filters, right? And these filters are what shape our experiences, our beliefs, and our collective agreements. We have agreed here in the United States to follow, like, say, stop sign laws, right? It's a collective agreement. Now, you can go to other countries in the world, say, where I've spent a lot of time and lived for a while, Indonesia. That's not quite the same collective agreement that they have, right? So there's these different experiences. We have collective agreements, and what we in one agreement, it seems to be like the truth, in another society or in another place is completely the opposite. And it doesn't make anyone right or wrong. It just makes it different. And so we are here to bring together these experiences and say, how can we find this? How can we, while other people have societal expectations and they have ancestral beliefs or they have past, beliefs, how can we come together to create a collective ascension change together? So during these times of great change, these filters can start to intensify. So our beliefs, we can start to get even deeper into, dig in and be like, this is the only way that there is. This is the way that I see it, right? And what if we can open up to something greater? What if we can open up to these ideas that maybe everything that I have learned in whatever way, I need to now unlearn and find something new. And so these filters, they show up as strong emotions or biases or divisions. And how many of you know that there's a lot of division going on in the world right now, right? It's big time. Yeah, there's a lot of division. Those divisions come from us having these filters that have been put onto our human experience and have nothing to do with our souls, have nothing to do with our higher timelines, have nothing to do with the place of where we come from. And so that is the key to where we're looking, is like, what is my filter right now? And how can I shift that filter? How can I, through conscious timeline shifting, have an opportunity to shed these filters, to heal, and to rise together? And so as we gather today, we're going to focus on this collective shifting into a theme of peace and human unity and harmony, which is the theme of the Age of Aquarius. So this invitation to transcend the polarities and align with the highest versions of ourselves. By working with this energy of the portal, we can release the past traumas, we can dissolve our fears, and we can anchor into timelines where love and compassion and collective healing prevail. So that's what we're up to. So what exactly is an 1111 portal, right? What does that mean for us? Well, let's first start with the numerology of 1111. So in numerology, the 11 is considered to be a master number. It carries a higher vibrational frequency. Unlike other numbers, which can be reduced to single digits, like 23 becomes 2 plus 3 equals 5. Master numbers like 11, 22, and 33 retain their double-digit form due to their unique significance and their spiritual potency. So that 11 specifically represents a gateway between the physical and spiritual realms. It's often associated with spiritual enlightenment, intuition, insight, and it's a powerful number for inner transformation and growth. It is also known as the spiritual messenger. So it's guiding us to trust our inner voice and follow our intuitive knowing. It serves as a reminder that we're here connected to something much greater than ourselves. So, the way I say it, I look at this is, yes, you're all here with me and I'm here to be your guide. But in the end, you're the one that knows better than anyone else what is your truth. You are the one that knows within you. I was actually having a deep conversation with a friend last night, sitting on the couch, and we were talking about this thing. And he's like, everybody's giving me all this advice from all these different places, and I don't know what to do. And I said, you already know the answer. It's already within you. And I said, no matter what I say or what anybody else says, take everything with a grain of salt and tap into what you feel to be true within yourself, right? So everything that I'm telling you tonight, take with a grain of salt. You know, if you don't believe in quantum reality and timeline shifting, okay. But you do believe in feeling better, and that'll make you feel that way too, right? If whatever it is, take what works for you and leave out the rest. And as you grow and learn, you will start to take those experiences in a deeper way. So the structure of 11, two identical two identical ones side by side represents duality. So it's the balance between the physical and spiritual worlds, the masculine and feminine energies, the light and the shadow in each of us. That's the yin yang. That is exactly what, when at the mystery school, what we teach is how do you combine these energies together, the duality, the polarity of everything to come into sacred union within ourselves. Right. So that's what this number, this balance comes. And then through the amplification on today, right? November 11th, 11/11, the repeating of the sequence creates a powerful energetic portal. It intensifies these spiritual qualities, and it serves as a reminder to awaken to our spiritual potential. It offers us this profound opportunity for reflection, realignment, renewal. And so this is the day that we're actually called to be aware of our thoughts, our intentions, and actions. And so this 11/11 portal is a spiritual gateway to higher consciousness. On this day, the vibrational energy of the planet is heightened. It makes it easier for individuals to access elevated states of awareness. It acts as a bridge to higher dimensions. It allows us to connect to our higher selves, our spirit guides, to universal consciousness. It's where the veil becomes really thin. It's a place that if you're not already living in a higher state of consciousness, as if you're not there, it's one of those opportunities where you can tap in and find the frequency of it. Because the more you find the frequency of higher consciousness, the frequencies of these things, the more you'll be able to find it again at other times, right? So it becomes a practice. Again, it's a practice every time of dipping in, becoming stronger, and finding it again and again. So in this 11/11 portal, it is, and it amplifies our manifestation powers also. So it's the clarity and strength of our intentions on this day that set the foundation for this rapid growth. And because this portal aligns with higher consciousness, it helps us to manifest from a soul's purpose rather than ego-driven desires. What I teach people in our quantum jumping and timeline course and in the mystery school, what I say is this, is you can create from right here, right? Law of attraction says, I want this thing. I can create from here if I vibrationally align to it, and it will show up in my life. What we teach is different because we talk about retrocausality and the idea of like, if you're living from your soul's purpose, you're not creating from the present moment. You're creating from your highest timeline in the future, where you're then at a vibrational match and it comes and grabs and pulls you forward. So it may not actually be what you think that you want in your ego self here in this moment here, but it's going to be that plus more. It's going to be so much more amazing than that, right? So what we do today is you're not going to be jumping and doing quantum jumping and timeline into what you think is your highest destiny that you're creating from here. You're going to be releasing and surrendering, and we're going to be floating into the electrons of the body and into the quantum void in the field, so that your soul and your highest self can guide you into the highest collective consciousness and timeline for our reality, for us as a collective and on a personal level. If you agree with that, put a 1 in the comments. I want to know, are you in with that? Are you ready to create from not this perspective, but from a higher perspective, from your soul's perspective? Like, are you ready to have it be better than you ever could have imagined, but maybe not what you thought it was going to be? Right. As someone who was who had massive trauma as a childhood, went through, drug trafficking and all of the things that I did. If you could have told me 15 to 20 years ago that this is what I'd be doing, I would have never created this life that I now live. I wasn't creating it from I'm going to do this thing. No, it came and pulled me towards it because that was my destiny of what I needed to do. And so I had to let go of the reins and say, okay, what am I here? How do I become a devotee to life? All right, good. I see it. Yes, we're getting all the ones in there. Awesome. Yes. Beautiful. Oh, so here we have some intentions. I got to see intention to operate on my highest timeline going forward, open to receiving abundance, community, and support. Yeah, beautiful. I love these. Yes, let's go. I love it. Yes. So this day is a time for us to step into a spiritual awakening, for us to feel more attuned to our soul's path and purpose, to allow us to experience deep insight and clarity and alignment. And this supports us shedding old beliefs and patterns that no longer serve us. How many of you have old beliefs and patterns that are still holding on, that are still around for you? Yeah, I mean, we all do. I don't care what level that you're at. What I always say is if you ever find somebody that has arrived and doesn't have any more work to do, run as fast as you can because there's something going on, right? Like we all have stuff. We all have shit. We're all here to heal it. And it's okay. And it's just like part of the beautiful plan of what we're all here to do. So, we are here to this time is going to be easier for you to receive messages from your higher self, from your spirit guides, for your loved ones. Another thing about this 1111 portal is that it's not just an individual experience, right? We were talking about those collective energy shifts. And so as people around the world are tuning into this portal, we're creating a ripple effect of higher consciousness on a global scale. So when we come together as a collective and shared intentions of healing, growth, and unity, our combined energy has a transformative impact. For those of you that joined me for the healing that we did for the hurricane, and we saw it drop within an hour of us being on that call from a 5 to being said to be the most devastating hurricane ever, down to a 3 and then a 1, you know the power of the collective, right? And the collective is the most powerful thing that we have. So you can do things alone, but that's why I have the community, why we do the Soul Alchemy Collective in the community. The power of collective together is the most powerful thing you can do. It's exponential. It's not what there 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. It's a square root. It becomes a square root and it becomes exponential what we can do together. So as this energetic veil is thinning, it becomes easier for us to align with our soul's highest path. It allows us to release fear and doubt and supports us in really going into our inner calling. So let's step in and talk a little bit about the Age of Aquarius, right? Because this is exactly what we're the themes that we're working with on this 1111 portal. And when we go into the ceremony and do this timeline shifting, quantum jumping, collective reality together, we're working through the unity of collective consciousness. So the Age of Aquarius is marked by this profound shift into unity and interconnectedness as we move away from individual tendencies, right? We all know we've lived in a society where we went from having front yards to backyards, where community became something less, and we're moving back into like more experiences of community, the power of the collective. How can humanity come together as a greater whole, right? To the point of like, how can we have a global community? We are all humans. That is not the you, the me, the us, them. I am not I'm an American, right? But I am actually a global citizen over anything. And I actually hold to my global citizenship over being an American any day of the week, right? I even tried to move out of the country because of it. So when we can get to a thing where we're breaking down the boundaries of I am this and this is me and that is you, and the collective, the consciousness of society, and realize that at the core we are all one, literally on an energetic level. Like this is quantum physics, the unified field says we are all one. So why, if we are all one, am I going to do something to someone else over there? Because whatever I'm doing to them, I'm literally doing to myself. Right. So this is how we're looking at this experience together. So this era is supporting a transition from the ego-driven power structures to more harmonious and inclusive approach. It invites us to see beyond our individual desires and to work towards the greater good, cooperation, collaboration. The Aquarian age is also synonymous with innovation and spiritual awakening. So there's going to be a time of rapid technological advances, groundbreaking discoveries, as well as deeper spiritual understanding of our place in the universe. And we already see this happening, right? We've got AI technology going crazy. We have all sorts of new discoveries coming about in the ancient wisdoms. Like they've now discovered that we are way more ancient than they thought, than historians ever told us, right? They're discovering things in Egypt, which we have our Egypt Mysteries Retreat in March. I'm super excited to go to some of these special places, but we are seeing now, I actually been getting WhatsApps from one of the archaeologists over in Egypt who is sending me pictures and things of statues that are being uncovered right now that nobody in the world has seen but them and me, that are up to 20 and 30,000 years older than what we ever thought to exist. Pretty freaking amazing, right? So under the influence of this Aquarius, humanity's called to rethink our old belief systems, our old experiences, and it's questioning hierarchical structures, is asking us to embrace new ways of thinking, is asking us to promote freedom and again, freedom with individuality, right? And the exploration of consciousness. So it's not just about the collective, but it's the individuality of myself in that collective. It's also asking us this through this Age of Aquarius, it's a spiritual enlightenment to allow us to tap into our unique gifts and our inner wisdom. And so when I say our unique gifts, I mean our gifts not only from this lifetime, but with the process that we're going to do today, and the one that I teach in our mystery school and in our like timeline jumping courses is when you go into the field and all the way into that core, you can actually bring back, you can choose lifetimes, pull things, you can see your other lives and connect all the way down through your DNA into the electron, into the field, into the quantum reality, into the unified field, and pull the vibrations of yourself, your signatures and those gifts from other lifetimes and bring them back into this life. So you become the wholeness of who you are. And this is really powerful. And that's one of the things that you can use this stuff for, right? Like, how can I bring those gifts into this life so that I can then use them in this life to build a better society and a better life for myself and for everyone. One of the key characteristics of the Age of Aquarius is the shift from a hierarchical power structure to a more egalitarian model of collaboration and shared power. So in the past, authority was often concentrated at the top with a few people making decisions for the many. The Aquarian energy challenges this model. It supports a decentralized approach. Just think about, we already have things like decentralized money showing up, right? Different things like that. So they've been working out in those ways. So this is evident, even in grassroots movements and the emphasis on teamwork. So whatever that looks like, whether it's through the government or in your own, family structure, or how you come together in community and you come together in a circle, right? A circle, there is no ending and no beginning, and there is no hierarchy to it. And that's how we used to always do things, in a circle, right? That's the ancient wisdom of coming together. And how can we do that? So it's about empowering individuals within a collective framework. So this, the recent impact that we've been having, right? At least here in the United States with the elections, the wars that are going on in different parts of the world, all these things are creating energetic ripples across the globe. And so as we navigate these times, we're seeing both hope and excitement, anxiety and frustration. But these events, what I want to say about that, again, why I said that I'm non-political, is that I see a higher order of things, right? These events are only serving as mirrors. They're reflecting the collective consciousness and showing where humanity stands in its journey towards higher awareness. So if the collective consciousness is asking for change, what's going to happen is the collective consciousness is going to bring about something where the most change can happen. We are asking for something different. Grassroots are coming in and saying, we can no longer go on this way and this kind of thing. So the collective consciousness, and change doesn't mean that it's going to be good. Can be good, it can be bad. Change can sometimes be rocky. Sometimes change means a dark night of the soul, right? The darkest before the dawn, the biggest breakthrough. Who knows? But it is going to be change. And that's what we're looking for right now. And so that's this polarization, right, observed in the reactions, signifies these tensions between our old paradigms and the Aquarian ideals of unity and collaboration coming together. So it's a reminder that these moments are not just about, the political things that we're seeing and everything, but it's really on an energetic level. It's about the energetic shifts that reveal our collective growth, our desires for change, and the areas where we still need healing. So, when I asked everybody at the beginning on a scale of 1 to 10, like, where are you? 10 being, I'm blissed out, I'm really excited, everything's amazing. 1 being, I'm like, I'm in this shit. Like, I'm feeling, we're somewhere between 4s and 9s for everybody. That's okay, because the key is what we want is these feelings of hope, anxiety, transformation, sadness, happiness. They're all here to teach us something, right? They're here to show us these emotions. They're valid. They are they're here to show us this and signify the energetic work that remains for us as individuals and as a collective. So this mixed emotional landscape that we have is showing that it's time to shed old identities and welcome a new way. And what it's giving us is an opportunity for a unique opportunity for collective healing. As we navigate these contrasting emotions, we're also invited to release old wounds, to let go of division and embrace a sense of oneness, right? These energies encourage us to heal both on a personal level and on a collective level. And so the Aquarian ideal of interconnectedness remind us that our healing affects the whole. So again, although we're working on a collective timeline here, the way that we work with the collective is inside, right? I am the mirror for what is my experience on the outside. If there's anything on the outside of you in your life that you do not like, look inside, right? What is in me that's holding me back from having the experience that I want to have? And that's what we're really here to understand and to experience. So hold on. Oh, lots of stuff going on. How you guys doing? Doing good? See smiles? Yes. Okay, great. But what we're doing here is this Age of Aquarius is awakening us to unity consciousness. Unity consciousness is a level of where we see things differently, right? Where we're going to see and hold a promise of seeing the oneness of all, the interconnectedness of everything. In understanding when we shift the energy from me to we recognize that we all play a role in shaping this future together. So we're co-creating a reality together. So before I go on to the next part about our DNA and our Merkaba and we get into our timeline jumping process, I would love to hear, put in the chat, like, what is your dream for humanity? What is your, like, if you could have whatever you want for humanity, what does that look like for you? Like, I want to put that out, that energy for everyone to see, because I think that, it'll be really beautiful to just, to feel that maybe you're, and you can do it on the focus of like what you believe in. Maybe some people work on like the belief in what they see for the food systems of the world, or for what they see with like children, or what do they see in humanity. Like if you have something that is particularly important to you in the realm of your world, share what do you see in the collective. Because what I say is like in the next 50 years, like I will be a centurion. I'm going to live to be into my hundreds, and I believe in our lifetime we are going to see the shift. And I know that's very Pollyanna of me to what some people say, but I truly do believe that. And so let's see. I just love to see what we've got here. Allow the earth to heal. Yeah, allow the earth to heal. And when you say allow the earth to heal, Christina Young, does that mean that you're talking about like the plants and the animals and allowing for the growth to come back and to heal our water systems and our food systems? Like, that's what I think of when I see the earth healing. Like, I'd love to go back to more sustainable, a way for more sustainable ways of living, right? Like less farm factory things, more solar powered, whatever that looks like. But how can we create that deeper connection to nature and earth, everyone in their brilliance? Oh, I love that. Each shining like stars in the sky, free to be whole and true. Yes, Nat. Yeah, absolutely. I love it. We realize the truth of who we are as sovereign beings. Oops, it just moved on me. Sovereign beings and co-creators driven by love, compassion, tolerance, sharing, creativity. Yeah, I'm holding all of these frequencies. That we honor the wisdom of the 13 indigenous grandmothers and reconnect with the wisdom of the ancestors, connecting to the knowledge of Mother Earth. Yes, I love that. Yes, Jane, thank you. Systems based on love, not fear. A collective lessening of ego and more cooperative societies, less greed. I love it. Yes, thank you. All of these are so beautiful, right? Like we can all step into the energy together. And so these current energies are inviting us to actively participate in this shift, right? Through community involvement, holding space for others. Each of us has a role of this Aquarian, a vision of the unified together, right? And so what I'm going to shift into, and you can still put those in the chat. I love listening to them, but I'm going to talk a little bit about how we're going to be using our DNA and our Merkaba, to work into our timeline shifting. So I'm not going to go deep into our DNA and the whole thing today, but what I want to explain on a real short so that you understand the process is how our bodies receive light and information and when we work in the unified field. So I've been studying the unified field in quantum physics and consciousess for a really long time. I'm actually getting a doctorate in it. And not only have I been studying it academically, I've sat in many places all over the world to learn. I've had initiations in Egypt. I've been in India. I've been in different places, Chile, sitting with shamans to learn what the indigenous cultures also say about this. And what we've discovered and what I know to be true and what we're working through is how our bodies are receptors of light, right? And light is information. Light is encoded with, it has the filaments, it's encoded with all of the information for all of space and time that then is received into our bodies through our DNA and our pineal gland and through our energy fields. And so our DNA actually has light receptors on it. And when you go deep into the DNA, you have all the way in, and I'm not going to get into the different bases of the DNA and the RNA and all that, and that's a whole longer discussion. But when you go down into the DNA, at the very core of everything, everything, the light, all of that, there is the electron. The electron is, and you have a virtual particle and you have a regular particle, right? So, but the electron is inside of us, and we have millions and billions of them in our bodies. And the electron is the quantum void, is the space where all things, it can be at any point and moment in time. It lives in quantum reality, meaning that it does not exist in our time and space, but it exists in all times and space. So the electrons in your body that are here now, that are coded with the information from your oversoul into all of your soul parts that are spread out between all the dimensions and timelines, are all connected through this electron, these electrons that are in your body. So when you dive in and you go into this void, into the quantum reality of your own essence, because it exists in you, because in the end, you are 99.99% empty space, which is the energy, the inside of that electron is the energetics. When you go in there, you have the access point to the unified field, to the frequency of love, to the quantum reality that accesses you to all other times, timelines, and space, and allows you to be in the shifting of that experience. And so what we are working with here is, using our DNA as a conduit. It's carrying these codes from the quantum field, and our electrons are constantly interacting with this field. And it allows us to influence and shift reality on a molecular level. And then the Merkaba, is our energetic light body. Again, light, we keep talking about light. So in my book that's coming out next year, High on Life, A Prescription for Bliss, I'm just now starting to share a little bit about what it's about, but it's about getting into bliss consciousness, higher states of consciousness, but it's through the portal of light. It's about building your light channel, your pillar of light, and connecting into the field of light, into the quantum field of reality, because light is information, and how you can use that to access higher realms and frequencies in the quantum field or the unified field. And that allows you to reach these higher states of consciousness or bliss consciousness. So again, the Merkaba is this energetic light body that is, it's called the chariot of ascension, because it looks like the Star of David, right? It's a triangle and a triangle, up one triangle going down, pointing down, one pointing up, and it spins, and you're in the center of it, and it is literally your ascension vehicle into the quantum reality, the quantum field. So by understanding and activating our DNA, our electrons, our Merkaba, we can tap into the unified field, and we can align with timelines that resonate with our highest potential. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be accessing and going deep into our DNA, into the electrons, so that we can use our chariot, our Merkaba, right? And create a light vehicle to then transport ourselves into our highest destiny timeline, into a collective timeline where we can have a new experience in this age of Aquarius. So how many of you think that sounds awesome and are excited? If you are, put a 2 in the chat. Okay, I got each individual to awaken from within, remember who we are, really beyond those human forms and stories. Okay,